So now we're moving into the financial area where we need a lot of innovation as well. We heard about the market side, the pricing side of things. The next smart group is smart prices and drought insurance schemes in Mediterranean countries in particular. And I'm going to introduce not Peter de Jong from Wexus. Very eager to get to the floor, but we're going to have Carlos Gomez here. Or would you like to talk about the insurance side of things? In the break. Okay. Carlos, water management and risk assessment to reduce and mitigate impact, design, and appropriate economic instruments. Sounds very broad and very fancy. What is it? What is the core of your innovation?
Yeah, the real issue is that we are trying to develop tools to cope with water scarcity and droughts. And the basic of this idea and the inspiration to forming this group is based on the idea that a society where water has become already scarce, so it is vulnerable to droughts, or is being more and more exposed to droughts, is also a society that has exhausted all the opportunities available to put the freshwater resources into use. So all the new resources that may allow, for example, the Spanish economy with which we have started working, may come from other parts. We need to look for reutilization, desalination, and all the technologies that have been already mentioned here. And in that context, we define scarcity, water scarcity as a situation where innovation is not optional. The only way to come to terms with the resources available, the only way to make this sustainable, and when we say sustainable, is not only in terms of conserving the environment, by preserving the employment and all the opportunities that have been developed in the previous history in agricultural and tourism, all these water-dependent economic activities that are now very vulnerable to scarcities and droughts. We need to foster innovation because this is the only one option available. The other important idea is that in many areas, if you see energy, renewable and non-renewable materials, transport, agriculture, you see that scarcity has been the main driver for innovation and technology and changing practices and so on. We don't see that on water so far. We are stuck in an institutional setup. We are stuck in a way to define prices and a way to manage water that need to be changed somehow. And this is why we propose prices and insurance as the main mechanism that may help in fostering innovation and bring innovation and all the opportunities that they are. We have seen that in the previous presentations, but these opportunities are not being used to reduce scarcity, to increase their resiliences, and business don't see a real profitable opportunity in putting all that into practice. And the idea is changing prices and building collective security with very practical financial instruments, as those we have already mentioned.
So using the financial instruments to drive progress, I should mention as well, which I didn't do to start with, you're from Alcaya University, you're not from Allianz or Swiss Re, so it's not a purely financial incentive that you're looking for here. What is the real innovation in your action group, and how do you think you're going to be measuring that success?
Yeah, it has been mentioned that prices need to be higher. I must say that in Southern Europe, prices have been doubled in the last 5 years in the middle of an economic crisis, and we are on track on that in increasing prices, but this is not enough. Prices need to be an instrument to change behavior, to make innovation profitable, to reduce risk, to allow business to learn, to shorten, to flatten the learning curve, and to reduce transaction costs, and all these things that are not in place in the pricing system so far. Further than thinking on cost recovery, further than thinking in higher prices, we need to think in smart prices, and this is the way we are working. This is the name of our action group, in fact. And also, we need to build collective security. Because if you don't do something to build collective security, people will adapt. All water users will adapt to scarcity, to drought, doing things that will probably increase scarcity and droughts in the long term. We think the lack of a collective insurance system is the main reason behind overexploitation of underground water and unlawful extraction that are very well known, and the unwillingness to use, for example, the massive desalination capacities that have been built in Southern Europe that have not been used so far. So changing current practices imply building collective security and reforming prices.
Got it. So your first wish is obviously to make water expensive and give it its proper price. Your second wish is to get this collective security you talked about. You have one more left.
Not making water expensive. Put water into value, let's say. No, but basically we have three dreams, we can say. Improving water governance, which is the issue. Making innovation get through to improve water governance. It's not putting more water into the sea by making it a part of our strategy to reduce water scarcity and make it sustainable. Making good business, of course, and making the government understand that innovations come through if it is profitable, and base all that in good knowledge. So good knowledge, good business, and good governance may be the three dreams to finish.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Carlos.